Also, I wanted to ask you that people talk about actually people don't talk about emotional intelligence or empathy. All these subjects. So, do you think that reading had inculcated these things in you? Because as I can see, you can connect with people very easily. Just in you can connect, you can make that connection in your conversations.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is because that is stemming out from sense of empathy. But
Exactly, exactly.
yeah, reading
Very
has
true, very true. I think you're just hitting the bullseye, and you're asking the questions which love to answer the most. Uh, yeah, I've been in touch with many parents now. Many parents, talk to me, email me, and I hear most of the parents when I ask them, what do you want your child to grow up like, and they say
mm,
that I want my child to be smart and intelligent. But there are barely any parents who say that I want my child to be more humble, more empathetic, who can understand other people's pain. Hardly any parent says this. Yeah, they want smart kids, and smartness is not required anymore. Google can make you smart. Just any damn skill, and just Google and YouTube is a new teacher. You don't need skills today. What you need is a mindset, a leadership mindset. And if you ask me what change these thousands of books have got in me, only if you ask me to answer in one word, is that they have made me more empathetic. And empathy is different from sympathy. Sympathy is just are re re bichara. Empathy is actually trying to stand in the other person's shoes and feel his pain without experiencing it. I think this is the best gift humankind have got. No other animal can do this. But unfortunately, empathy doesn't come naturally. Naturally, we all are selfish people. We can always think from our point of view. We have to develop it. To empathy has to be developed. Yeah, and that happens after reading fictional books. Yeah, if you read a book like The Fault in Our Stars or Not Without My Daughter, I I, I bet every 10 pages, a drop of tear will roll down your cheek, and you start living with those characters. Fault in Our Stars, you understand the pain of those cancer patients. Yeah, I literally cried every 10 pages while reading that book, and now I empathize with those each and every cancer patient, what kind of trauma these guys go through. So these are the leadership qualities that are needed. Because do you really think Sundar Pichai is made the CEO of Google because he's a better coder than others in the company? No, there must be some much better programmers than him. Then why he is at the topmost position? He's an amazing empathetic person. He practices humility so much. You can easily make out from his interviews. Simple guy. किसी को मालूम नहीं रहेगा तो समझेगा भी नहीं कि ये इतना करोड़पति है. Yeah. So empathy and humility is the new smart. That's what we
very
need.
smart.
And I think that I've emerged as a completely new person in last few years by reading these books. Like for example, when I used to drive my car and we stop at the signal and those poor kids start knocking on your window. तो पहले 1 रुपया देके ठीक है वो बेचारा. That was sympathy. But now just before the lockdown, when I had stopped my car at the signal and it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it was very hot outside, and I saw a 8 year child knocking on my window, and I felt that I'm sitting inside the car, air conditioned car, and he's standing outside. How he must be feeling under this hot sun. And I literally saw a drop of sweat trickling behind his ear, and literally that melted my heart. And I casually said to him, "Andar aayega kya?" I dropped the window down and "Andar aayega kya?" He jumped inside the car immediately, closed the door, and you know what he said? "दादा, पहली बार मैं गाड़ी के अंदर बैठा हूँ. मुझे पता नहीं था कि अंदर इतना ठंडा रहता है." And that gave me tears of joy. And he was so happy. He was smiling from year to year. And then he left dancing. He shook hands with me, left dancing. I even forgot to give him a coin. But then, for a person, it could be a silly moment, a trivial moment, but I made his day. I made his day, and the fact that I'm sharing this experience with you, that means he also made my day. Or else मैं भूल जाता था ना उसको. This is empathy. You take any world leader, not only Mahatma Gandhi, they all were, Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, because of empathy they grew at such a level.
True.
Empathy, compassion. Yeah, I was
Compassion.
a hardcore meat eater who used to eat half kilo chicken every day.
Okay.
Today, I am having 100% plant-based diet, not because of
Wow.
any religious reason, but I
True.
developed compassion for animals. On one hand I say I love animals, and one day my friend jokingly said, "You love animals so much that you eat them." And I felt like a
Wow.
tight slap on my face that just because my friend's pet dog Marshall is handsome, I'm not chopping him off and eating. And chickens are ugly looking, so I'm eating them. It doesn't make sense. And we say that we are compassionate creatures. Yeah.
Mm.
A lion doesn't claim that he's compassionate. A tiger doesn't claim he's empathetic, but we do. Yeah, then
This is
how
a
can we
very,
have such a biased view that some animals we can eat, some animals we can't eat? Today, I'm almost on the verge of heading towards veganism.
this is all, it's like, you're spiritually very evolved. So most of the people don't understand it very easily.
Mm-hmm.
It will take some time for them to understand these
Exactly.
kind of,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
and empathy can do wonders in all departments of life, not only in office but at home as well. Yeah. Suppose, for example, a husband
Mm,
has got an increment and a promotion, and he's excited to share his this great news with his wife.
mm,
But as soon as he arrives at home, he just sees that his wife has gone mad.
mm,
She had a bad day because the maid did not turn up.
mm,
At that time, if he contains his excitement and just lends an empathetic ear to his wife and just listen to her, she's venting out her frustration, just listen to her with a eye contact, then
mm.
he becomes a leader of the family. Yeah,
Wow. Like
yeah.
so
But that point, if he says, "So what? Not a big deal," khatam. That's going to kill the relationship.
in the
These are the
relationship.
small things. We just have to, a person paying attention. We should listen to the other person with an intent to understand him. But most of the time, what we do is we listen to the other person with an intent to reply.
Yeah,
कि
true.
कब वो बोलना खत्म कर रहा है और मैं बोलना शुरू करता हूँ. We should listen with an intent to understand that person. Yeah.
Mm.
This is empathy.
And that is also developed by reading in a way. So
I of course I give 100% marks for reading because I don't do anything else apart from reading. One very interesting incident happened in my gym. So there was a 100 kg lady coming to the gym for many months, slogging hard, really hard. 6 o'clock in the morning. Whenever I used to go to the gym, she was there,
mm,
and I just
mm,
said to her, "Oh, you are getting in better shape." Just one line. But honestly, I was lying. Somewhere deep
mm,
inside, there was no change in her body.
mm,
But one line, I think I became a leader at that point. That made her not only her day, that line made her life. Although we're coming from Booklet guy, she was so motivated because
mm,
I'm very sure that she never got any, even a line of appreciation from anybody from her near and dear ones. And when I said to her, her energy levels boosted. She started working out 4 hours instead of two, and now she's in great shape. Just one line
that,
can make such a difference in somebody's life. Big deal.
and people who make this difference are leaders.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it's not. People assume that leader is somebody who can dominate, or people will listen to that person.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's conception
Yeah.
of
Or given to the fitting in the peers, trying
yeah.
to fit in the environment. Why? Why can't you take a stand and do the right thing?
Mm,
In an alcohol party, if I
mm,
insist on an orange juice
mm,
because I believe that's the right thing to do, I become a leader.
mm,
Yeah, people will start respecting me. But हम क्या करते हैं? ठीक है यार. Nowadays, alcohol is not only socially acceptable, it is socially demanding. People
yeah.
look at you as a animal in the zoo, as if it is abnormal with me. No, I am normal. You guys are abnormal. You're consuming something which you know that is bad for your body, and still you're consuming. This is where is the human intellect gone?
Mm. Mm. Just because majority is
Exactly.
doing so, we have this
Yeah,
habit
yeah.
of following the
So if
herd.
you just give in to the
So,
and just try to fit, then that person who
mm,
was thrown out of the train in South Africa, you would have a ठीक है चल वो वाइट लोगों का आजकल दिन चल रहे मैं दूसरा टिकट निकाल के दूसरे ट्रेन से जाऊंगा तो today we our nation wouldn't have a father.